Well, hello there YouTube. Yeah, this is not the first video that I had originally planned for this channel, and I am actually going to do an introductory video to this channel, but I've got something else to talk about today, and so let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, it is the 25th of May 2024, and it is the second day after I finally got some medical validation. A really major win regarding medical validation. I've been going through a 34-year battle for my quality of life. I'm from South Australia, and I've had to go through the process of saving thousands of dollars to come to Victoria and to see a specialist to get this validation, and to finally have recognised that I actually have a connective tissue disorder. I saw a geneticist who is also a cardiologist, so he has a dual certificate, qualification, whatever. So I'm having a celebratory cuppa this morning. Like in this win, there have been many people who have been in my corner and been along with me in this journey, and I just thought I'd sit here in this gorgeous setting, other than the traffic in the background, this gorgeous setting in the Yarra Valley. I've had the wildlife, so you might hear a bird or two. I've just had kookaburras going off in the background. It's been gorgeous here. Bloody freezing, but gorgeous. So, I'm really conflicted. We're looking at Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome here, which I will do in a number of other videos, because Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome is something that can impact the entire body, every system in the body. Only it is largely known for the hypermobility of the joints. And again, another video. However, it can affect every other system in the body, and that's my case. It has affected so many systems in my body. So I feel very conflicted. I have lived a 51-year lifetime with pain that has never been acknowledged by anyone. Now, I'm not just talking medical community. I'm talking, I was the attention-seeking, drama-prone, always clumsy, always hurting herself, always looking for attention because she was in pain, kid who was just dismissed. And I learned to hide my pain from a very, very young age. So I learnt to live with pain from a very young age and just hide it. The only people who know the full extent of what I live with now, especially on a daily basis, are my husband and children. And even with them, I tend to mask a lot of what's going on in my body, because nobody wants that in their face 24/7. And if I don't pull myself together and hide what's going on in my body, I'm a pretty sad sack to be around, quite frankly. So I pull it together. So no, I don't look sick. I don't look disabled. I don't look like I'm in pain to the majority of people. But nobody knows what I'm actually going through other than my husband and children. And, Daniel being the major one who knows to the fullest extent. But as I say, I even hide that from him. And look, at the end of the day, I don't even want to be around me because of how much both illness and chronic pain becomes, it changes you. It really does. You become really cynical, really jaded. You learn how people treat you. It's just one of those things. And so you learn to hide a lot of it, and that's what I've done since childhood. So for people who want to say you've got to learn pain, I've got pain tolerance. And for people who want to say you've got to be more resilient, well, people like me, people battling especially to get the types of diagnosis that I'm now going through with Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome, potentially looking at Marfan Syndrome, going through starting the process of going through all the, looking at, the testing for all the variants of Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome and all the connective tissue disorders. These are not easy processes to go through, and most of us have been through a horrendous long journey. For me, it's 34 years that I've been bashing my head against this brick wall, as I've said again and again and again, not just in this video. And that doesn't include what my life was prior, so for 51 years. So there's a lot of people who get to the point that they literally can't carry on going through this journey. They either give up or they take care of the situation in other ways that I won't talk about here and now. So you want to talk about resilience, you want to talk about, pulling yourself together and getting on with life. We are some of the most resilient people you will ever meet, and my husband, Daniel in particular, will back me 100% for what he's had to go through for 26 years. And he's got his own resilience in having to deal with me for 26 years, 27 years since we started dating. So yeah, I'm feeling really conflicted. This is a major win, major win. So for all of those people who have been with me in the last few years, as I have started to come out about my journey, I thank you wholeheartedly. For those people who sent well wishes, prayers, all the good vibes, all the good energy, whatever you've sent my way in the last couple of days, knowing that I'm going to that appointment. Winning, people, and I could not be happier. Look, this channel is not going to be all about my illness. As I've said, I can't remember. I've done so many takes on this, I can't remember if I put it in this video or not. But this is not the first time I've had to come from South Australia to Victoria, save thousands of dollars on our single income through Daniel because I can't work. I also came over here for another diagnosis in 2022, which I got on the mental health front, well, not mental health front, but the psychological front. I'm going to do that in another video. I'm not going to do that now. That's a really challenging one. But for both of these diagnoses that I've had to spend thousands of dollars on here in Victoria, because South Australia is so shit in the medical field and how they treat people like me, it's really conflicting. It's conflicting in as much as the grief. Oh, there goes the kookaburras. Listen to that. Can you hear that? Wow. What a treat. That is just so gorgeous, isn't it? Like, what could be better on a morning like this? Yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of grief that goes along with both the diagnosis that I had in 2022 regarding, psychological, not even psychological, my development as a child, my schooling, all the difficulties I had through schooling, and now this, because having a connective tissue disorder, I had a lot of problems with my hands and writing, and I was punished my whole way through school for not being able to keep up. I had extra lines to write about why I couldn't keep up in class and all that sort of stuff, or I'd get kept in during lunchtime to do extra writing when I was not being able to get my schoolwork done because I couldn't write anyway because I got a connective tissue disorder. I couldn't keep up in PE because my thighs were so painful and clumsy as all hell, because the way my joints are. Didn't even know what hypermobility was until this year. I didn't know that this, which we call double jointed, is actually hypermobility. So yeah, these are other videos in themselves. And so for 51 years of my life, between that and the other diagnosis that I got, which I'm still finding really hard to come out about because there's a lot of stigma attached to that particular diagnosis. You might see it in my bio. So it's hard for me to talk about, but there's a lot of grief because yes, I have this diagnosis. Yes, I finally have been validated on the medical front, where I haven't been validated personally, educationally, or medically throughout these 51 years. And so there's a lot of grief, there's a lot of anger. I feel a lot of anger toward a lot of people for what I've been put through in my life, through the dismissal and the level of invalidation that I've had. So yeah, the journey continues. Starting to ramble now. This channel, I do not intend to be all about my medical stuff. This channel is just me. This channel is just going to be Rebecca J. Rawson. I called it that. I'm just that quirky Aussie Sheila, that Gen X chick who has a thing or two to say. I'm finally coming out and being me. That diagnosis I had in 2022 finally let me be free to be me. And so I'm channeling into that because I think a lot of us have stories that other people need to hear. There's a lot of, a lot of us with challenging stories that we don't tell like we used to in oral histories and stuff like that. So I could be talking about anything. It's not all going to be about my medical stuff. So yeah, for those who want to join me on a quirky little journey or whatever, that, I talk about medical stuff. I might talk about anything. But I am going to do a proper introductory video to this channel. And so stay tuned and I will start to explore EDS and, I don't know, depending on what my genetic tests show, potentially Marfan Syndrome, I don't know, it's likely to be EDS, we'll see. But any of these things, I may explore them. I'll be exploring other fronts, and stuff like that. But I could be talking about anything. I could be talking about my writing. Everyone knows I'm a prolific writer. That's, kind of my obsession. And I do have the blog, so I'll be, putting stuff about the blog, which I will be launching within the next couple of weeks. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a ranty bit for this morning, but it's real. I'm all about being real at this stage of my life. I am done with the superficiality. I am done with, holding myself together for the comfort of everyone around me. You get what you get with me. Let's put some real back into reality because, really done with the superficiality. So, sorry it's been a little bit rambly, and if you've gotten to this point, I really do appreciate your time, and I really appreciate those who have been with me along this journey. And as I say, well wishes, prayers, good vibes, whatever you've sent my way, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means. These are very lonely journeys that we go through. People can only support so much, and for people like me, it's lonely, but we know that people are there in the background supporting, so it's you guys that keep us going. It's Daniel, my children, my grandkids. I've got a lot to live for, I've got a lot to keep going for, and I've got a lot to fight for. So let's see where this goes. Who knows? I will get better at these videos, I promise. I'm trying. So have a great day, and see you when we get back to SA, because I don't think I'm going to have the energy to do another video. Okay, bye.